Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week's vlog is a little bit of a different one because I am up on the north tip of Scotland at a place called Wildland, and I'm here on a press trip slash shoot, and I thought it might be interesting for me to bring you along to something like this because I go on them every so often and I feel like understandably no one knows what the hell happens. So I am going to bring you along, but also because this place is somewhere that I've wanted to come for absolutely ages. It is a rewilding slash conservation site, or it's like a series of different estates that are all about restoring the natural landscape basically and the animals that come on it, and thus is absolutely beautiful. So I thought it might be a good place to just get some visuals because it is so stunning. So I've just had my breakfast, which was absolutely delicious. The place that we had it was in the kind of restored conservatory, which is really gorgeous. And we're going out for a photography workshop in a little bit before going for a hike later. And I'm really excited about all of them because we're very lucky that the sun is trying to come out here, which is never a given for Scotland. But to give you some context of how far north we are, I have never been this far north in the UK because you literally can't get any further north because we're about to go to the north coast of Scotland, like literally on the coast. So you literally can't go any further north unless you go up into the Shetland Islands, which of course I have, and if you want to watch that vlog, you absolutely can. So before I put the camera down and go back and get ready to head out, I just want to show you the view that we are looking at every single day and why I'm so excited to get onto the trails. Oh, you can barely see them. Okay, the clouds are coming, but if you could just trace those mountains over there, that's where we're going up to later, and I just cannot wait. That is Ben Loyal, you can see over there, and it looks like a big one. It's so pretty. Everyone looks so cool. I feel very out of place here. We've just arrived at the beach, which I'm going to do a run. Basically, I'm probably going to just go along the road because I did bring my trail shoes, but I have to run so far along the road to get to the trails that I'm just going to start suffering if I wear my trail shoes for that long on the road. But it is so beautiful here, and the sun is just coming out as well, which Scotland in the sunshine is just peak Scotland. But look at that! They're all going for a cold water dip, and I'm very happy that I'm not joining. Not bad, hey? I have started my week in worse ways. I'm so tired because I woke up at 5:55 this morning for no apparent reason, and because the clock's changed, that's basically 4:55 as of 2 days ago. So I'm a little bit tired, but if anything's gonna wake me up, it's being here in the most beautiful scenery. And this is also something I want to showcase, and I always want to showcase in my content. We have so much incredible scenery and so many beautiful places to visit in the UK that you really don't have to go abroad to kind of capture like nature. And while there are so many incredible places abroad, and you know, I love the Alps as much as the next person, I really love to showcase this. Because we're very, very lucky to have it, and Scotland's great with its wild camping laws and right to roam laws, which means that you can access so much of the land. And I think when it comes to things like conservation and environmentalism, it's hard to protect things that you've never visited and have never seen and don't understand. So allowing people to access places like this even more means that they're more likely to want to protect it. And I think as trail runners and as runners in general, that's why so many people are so into environmentalism and sustainability, because it's us who would suffer if the world wasn't protected. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep running. I've been caught up by the car. They want to take videos of me, so I will let them do that. Behind the scenes of being photographed, I was just saying my nice scenic run has ended up with just a view of the car. That's the road I'm coming back along, down there, all the way around the headland. It's just stunning. I've just been on the phone to Rhian, who's at the opposite end of the country, down on the Jurassic Coast in Dorset. So we both got sea and sun, but very, very far apart. I'm very happy to be here, and also happy that this run is excusing me from the wild dip in the very icy, chilly waters of, what is it, the North Sea, probably? It's a bit cold for me. I went cold water dipping on Monday, and yeah, that was enough for me. So this gorse is absolutely incredible. It smells of coconut and it's out everywhere, and it just looks so beautiful. Love it. Ooh, how beautiful is this? I knew that these road shoes would not be cutting it, even on the nicest of trails. So I'm slip sliding everywhere. It rained pretty heavily last night, but worth it for this. Just look at that. It's unbelievable. Already we're into the boglands, wearing road shoes, which obviously is very unideal for this. It's not too bad, but it's like wearing skis, just like skating everywhere on the mud. But I still wanted to come this way because it gets you onto the coastline, and those views are, you know, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you're like in the most gorgeous place or doing the most amazing thing, you're like, I must appreciate this, and I am appreciating it, but I feel like I need to appreciate it more, you know, like I keep like pinching myself and being like, appreciate it more, but I'm appreciating it as much as I can. It is truly phenomenal here. Long and short of it is, I'm very happy to be here, especially happy to be here with Peak Performance because I'm not being paid for this video. But the great thing is that they, you know, like a lot of press trips are really scheduled, so you're not allowed to kind of just do what you like I am now. You have to do like set activities at set times, kind of like a school trip, I guess. But the great thing about Peak is that they want the different people to experience the kit in the way that suits them best. And for me, that's obviously trail running. For other people, it might be swimming or golf or hiking or like whatever it is. And because they allow me that flexibility, woo! I'm having a great time and also showcasing the kit, which is great for that as well. So it's a very beneficial relationship. And it's a very cool brand as well. So I feel very lucky to be a part of this latest campaign. And the views again, strike again. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and actually just try and run. That was close. Ooh. I see a path. Good news. This route is an excellent reminder how much shoes make a difference. I would be very happy running down here in my trail shoes, but as it is, I feel like I'm wearing stilettos. I was so wobbly and slippery and unconfident about where I'm going, which is over there, by the way. This is such a cool little route, but it is very, very wet right now, and I don't want to be slipping in there because I came on this run to avoid a sea dip, so that is what I'm going to try and do. Finishing on a nice 10% incline and a headwind. Love that for me. Whew. Loch. Run done, 10 kilometers, definitely breaking no records there, and we're back at the house, ready to quickly get changed because this is not going to cut it up the mountain, which is where we're heading next for a little hike. Super quick outfit change. What do you think? Just about to get up to the little peak just ahead of us here, and there's beautiful views behind, and we're going to stop here for lunch, which I'm delighted about personally because I had a little bowl of cereal for breakfast this morning, then ran 10k, and I haven't eaten other than that little cookie, so I'm very excited for food. And judging by all of the rest of the food that we've had so far, it's probably going to be pretty good, isn't it? And what a view for lunch. Guys, look at the most perfect rainbow on our lunch spot. What a dream. I am a happy girl. Back to hiking again. Just sort of joking that I'm stopping just so that I can catch my breath back. That is 100% what I'm doing. This is steep. I don't think, let me see if my watch says what gradient it is. It says -3. I'm not sure that's right. It says 24%. I'm honestly swearing to God this is more steep than 24%. Whew. Anyway, apparently we're going up here and then I think then we get to go back. Having done 10k earlier today, I'm pretty tired now, but our lunch was so good and a very welcome break. What's this called?
A northern egger moth.
Northern egger moth.
Yes, caterpillar.
Cute!
Obviously not the moth.
We found a lot of these caterpillars and they're well cute. So fluffy!
I have never seen one like this either. He is calm. I think he's found a new buddy. You see his ears?
So we've been out for nearly 3 hours now. Talk about time on feet, goodness me, I forgot how exhausting hiking was. It's funny because when you're running, obviously we would have hiked the same bit anyway, like there's no way I was running up that, but then I would be able to run back and then I'd be back super quickly. But with hiking, everything just takes so much longer. It's a lot more chill though, so that is really nice. And I've been looking at all the nature, and the nature's incredible. It's funny because like you look at this landscape and you think, oh, it's really barren, and then you look a little bit closer and there's all the purple heather, there's the yellow gorse, there's the lizards, the fluffy caterpillars, which are these moths, and the birds as well. There's like meadow pipits, there's skylarks further that way, and apparently some white-tailed eagles here as well, and at the other side they've got golden eagles, and it just shows that this kind of project works. You know, like this is crazy, but I've never seen a lizard in the UK ever, despite doing all of my different trail runs and visiting lots of different parts of the UK, and I know they exist, but to actually be out on a hike and seeing one, it kind of shows that like if we had more projects like this, then maybe we'd be able to see a little bit more of that nature just day to day. And I think the issue is that we can't connect up these big projects. So it was really cool to hear about Wildland's goal to kind of create these forest wildlife corridors, which is basically where you create a corridor between bigger, wilder spaces so that animals can move between them, so that you allow a lot more like genetic diversity and all that kind of stuff. All the good things from having a bit more of a connected wild environment. It's really inspiring to hear about this kind of stuff, because some of you may know I run a community project in Bristol, and that project aims to connect up green spaces with just, it's like a microcosm, it's a tiny scale, but with planters, and by planting in the ground, lots of pollinator friendly planting. And what that does is it allows things like bees and other pollinating insects to travel between green spaces in urban environments and like actually green them up, which also then benefits the community. And this is like that, but on a massive scale that has then a lot more beneficial impacts. So anyway, if you manage to get the chance to go to any of the wildland places, I would really recommend it. And then there are loads of other much smaller scale ones that are just as important, because they can then act as like these wildlife corridors. And going and hiking it has allowed looking at that a little bit more, and also thinking about it a little bit more. When I'm running, I basically think about nothing because my brain fries. So hiking is quite nice for actually like slowing down and taking it all in a little bit. I'd be interested to know if many of you guys hike as well as running, and how many of you are trail runners versus road runners. So let me know in the comments below, because I'm always intrigued, because although my YouTube gives me analytics of like male, female, and what countries you're from, it doesn't tell me things like what I really want to know, which is, are you a trail runner? Are you a road runner? What kind of stuff do you do? Would you like to come with somewhere like this? Etc. So tell me in the comments below. We will be back in a few minutes, and I'm very much hoping that there is food, because as always, I'm starving. Oh my goodness, I am knackered. We have just been down to the, there's a sauna and a river. Oh my God, can you tell I'm really tired? There's a sauna and a river, and we went in them both. Sauna first, then river. Maybe other way around would have been better. And the walk down there is like 5-minute hike downhill, and then like a 8-minute hike, speed hike back up the hill. And having been for a 10k run today and a 10k hike, I am so exhausted. We have 10 minutes until the next thing. And I am definitely going to be late. I'm going to just lie here for a little bit and try not to fall asleep, but probably definitely fall asleep. It is currently 9:30 and I am semi-comatose in bed, having just had the most delicious dinner. We had, okay, I'm not going to make it sound as good as it was, but we had tofu with like a charred sweet corn salad and some kind of braised cabbage and a bunch of other delicious stuff. Like I said, I don't think I made it sound as delicious as it was, but it was truly spectacular. And now I'm dying in bed because I've done over 26,500 steps today. And for someone who hasn't done any long runs since Gran Canaria, that is a lot of steps for me. I'm truly knackered. I think part of the tiring thing about trips like these is talking to people and being with people 24/7. Not quite 24/7, but you know what I mean. But I have had the most amazing day. Like, all the things we did was so incredible, and this is exactly the sort of holiday that I would love to come on myself. So, you know, when we did school trips at school and it was like, take a transect of the sand dunes, or count the number of seashells, or traveled to, I don't actually remember any school trips. Maybe I didn't go on any. I do remember the transects one. Anyway, they were not necessarily things that I would have chosen to do with my life on that particular day. Whereas this trip, this is exactly what I would choose to do, minus all the cold water swimming. To be able to do this and call it my job is such a privilege. The photos that we got from today were also absolutely phenomenal. So I will try and share a couple of those here as well. But it's just magical. And I think also everyone here is so grateful, you know? Like, I think influencers have such a bad rep, and I imagine a lot of them are awful, but same with everyone. Everyone here is so grateful to be here. Everyone here is just pinching themselves constantly, and that's what I love about this sort of trip, you know? Like, you don't come to the north coast of Scotland to go hiking 26,000 steps in a day unless you really, really love that kind of thing. So it's a lot of like-minded people, basically, and I feel incredibly lucky to have done it. I do also think probably quite good training for ultramarathons. I'm doing Peak Divide in the middle of April, and I'm really excited to go and do that. And I haven't done any hills except for Gran Canaria, which I hadn't done any hills beforehand either. So to be able to come here and actually like walk some hills, hike some hills is probably a good thing. And then I can try and keep that training up when I get back to the UK once I've recovered from this trip. Tomorrow morning we're getting up at sunrise. I'm not gonna do a second day of vlogging. I'm sure you guys have all seen enough, but we're gonna do a sunrise hike because we've got the most beautiful weather tomorrow. I just can't believe Scotland is giving all this sunshine. It's very special, very, very special. But without further ado, I am going to go to sleep because, well, I actually have to pack first because we're doing a lot of stuff tomorrow morning and then just going straight to the airport afterwards. I have to pack now and then I'm going to go to sleep because I am so tired. But thank you for watching this video. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Let me know if you enjoyed it down in the comments below. I will bring you along to more of my press trips if you do enjoy this kind of thing. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Keep commenting, keep subscribing. I know that a bunch of you who watch these videos are not subscribed, so if that is you, please do subscribe because it makes a massive difference. And until next time, happy running, and I'll see you then. Bye!